Hey guys, Jacob here. It is currently July 20th, 2021, and this is going to be this week's vendor reset. At the front desk vendor this week, they are selling the Strategic Alignment Backpack. This is the China Light Industries with Perfect Shock and Awe. If you guys need this, I'd recommend grabbing it, but at the same time, a lot of you guys are going to be trying to find this already with Skill Damage or Skill Haste. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. But overall, nothing really anything too crazy at the front desk. I will point out this D50 if you guys are trying to make the Liberty, in case you guys want to grab that, or just want a Desert Eagle. But overall, nothing really anything too crazy at the front desk. If you guys take a right past your stash box, go past the Ivory Key box, and then go right through the Raid Murals on the left, and then you guys will reach the Clan Vendor. Shout out to DOD, Disciples of Doom, and Kamikaze Von Doom. Go right through here. And this is the Clan Vendor. This week they're selling the Scalpel, and this one's actually pretty good. If you guys do not have this gun, I'd highly recommend grabbing it because it has max damage to armor, almost max headshot, and you could max out the marksman rifle damage and have a pretty much triple god roll Scalpel sniper rifle. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. But overall, nothing really too crazy this week. They are selling max rifle damage, or my bad, critical hit damage. I cannot speak today if you guys need that. I will also point out this Badger Tough mask. If you guys are trying to make a shotgun build, you guys may find some use for this. And I will point out these Empress International holster because it's double yellows if you guys are trying to make a skill damage, skill health style build. But other than that, nothing too crazy at the vendor in the clan quarters. Over at the theater settlement this week, we have the Firm Handshake Sokolov Concern Gloves. These ones have hazard, status effect, and weapon damage. You could get rid of hazard if you guys want to make this into a critical hit status style build, or if you guys are trying to make this into a status hazard hybrid, I guess you guys could use those as well. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. They are selling Armor Regen, Sokolov Concern, and knee pads. If you guys need the roll, I'd highly recommend grabbing this and adding it to your stat library. But other than that, nothing too crazy at the theater settlement. Next is going to be the campus settlement. This week they're selling the Heliguard Night Watcher mask with Scanner Pulse Haste. If you guys need this, highly recommend grabbing it. But at the same time, I know a lot of you guys have tons of these in your stash box, or maybe even have too many in your stash box. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. But overall, nothing too crazy at the campus settlement this week. Alright, now we're going to be at the DZ vendors. First is going to be DZ West. They're selling the Rock and Roll Shotgun. As always, for the DZ vendors, you guys are going to need a different resource, which you can get by extracting deconstructed gear or opening smaller boxes scattered around the DZ. Also, if you guys want to see a video on that, I've made two already, but I know it's 2021. If you guys want an updated video on how to get DZ resources, please let me know in the comment section below. I will make a quick, like 2 or 3 minute video on how to get those. But if you guys don't have the Rock and Roll, I'd recommend grabbing it, mostly because I know a lot of people have trouble getting the shotgun. So if you have the currency, then I'd recommend grabbing it so you can max it out. Let's scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. But overall, nothing too crazy at DZ West this week. Next up, we have DZ South. This week, they are selling the Manic. If you guys don't have this, I'd recommend grabbing this as well. But at the same time, you guys can pretty much farm loot allocation areas to get your hands on one of these, unless you're trying to get one with critical hit chance. But at the same time, you pretty much can roll these for whatever you want, essentially, unless you have a really terrible one. They are also selling this Carbine 7, which is really low, but I know some people have been trying to find a Carbine 7 for quite some time now, especially when it already has damage charts off cover. So if you guys are looking for one of these and you want to get rid of overflowing, I'd recommend grabbing this and just optimizing, or farm loot allocations for assault rifles, and maybe you might have better luck getting one that has better rolls. Let's scroll through from items in case you guys want to pick this stuff up. They are selling max weapon damage on this vest for Fenris, and I'm going to point this one out because I know some people are using focus builds lately. I know that's something I've heard a lot of people actually using. So if you guys want to make an AR focus build, you could get rid of explosive resistance and then up the critical hit damage and have a triple red or 4 reds, including the mod focused vest. But other than that, that's all they're really selling at DZ South. The final DZ on the list is going to be DZ East, and this week they're selling the Darkness with max rifle damage, or marksman rifle damage, that is, if you guys need that for a roll. But other than that, not really selling anything too crazy at DZ East, but if you guys need any of these items, I would recommend grabbing them. But that's going to be about it for the Dark Zones. The final location is going to be New York City. Keep this in mind, they do not sell any named items, so just throwing that out there for some of you guys who are new. They are selling this surplus SVD that has pretty good stats on it if you guys want to optimize this, if you guys are looking for one of those. But other than that, not really saying anything too crazy. If you guys are trying to make a hazard style build for Sokolov, then you guys could probably use this as well if you want to get rid of armor regen and put critical at chance or critical at damage. Same goes for these Providence defensive gloves if you guys want to make a critical hit style build. And the max armor on this 511 mask if you guys need that. But these three items, I think you, especially these two, you probably could use if you guys are new or just need some pieces for a critical hit build. But especially if you're new, you guys could probably use these if you're trying to make a critical hit build or a DPS style build. If you guys just take a left through the atrium and go through this green tent, then take a right, you will see Roy Benitez right here. And this week he's selling an MPX that has close and personal with health damage. If you guys are trying to get a close and personal style build, I know some people will use this talent for close quarters, then you guys might want to grab this so you can use this for a Hunter's Fury build or just some kind of SMG hybrid build you guys are trying to make. And that is max 15% SMG damage as well if you guys need that for your stat library. Next is going to be this 1886 if you guys need max critical hit chance. And also as well, I know some people have been using this lately. I don't know why. I might have missed the build for this or the reason people are using it, but I've seen a lot of people using this weapon lately, and this might be worth a pickup if you guys are trying to make a lever action style build. Other than that, nothing really anything too crazy. I will point out this Providence holster due to the fact they're selling a Providence piece in the previous vendor. So if you guys are looking for Providence pieces, then you guys could pick both these up if you guys are looking for Providence pieces. But other than that, that's all they're really selling this week at the vendors. Thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content and gaming content, and I'll catch you guys all.